Hey guys, today I want to share with you my recipe for Bobotie, an iconic classical Malay dish that boasts sweet, sour, savory, salty and spicy flavors that is so typical and common in Malay dishes. So you can see I've got quite a bit of ingredients here. It looks daunting, but believe you me, it's really very simple. So basically we're going to be braising our meat, and I'm going to start with that. In the meantime, I've got a little bit of onion, little bit of oil. So I'm basically going to be braising my meat. Oil is quite hot. I'm going to braise my ground beef whilst I talk you through the rest of the ingredients. Okay. So basically, once the beef has been braised sufficiently, I'm going to add some tomato and then spices and then a little bit of extra tomato puree. And here, this is where the flavor lies. I've got a little bit of vinegar and a little bit of lemon juice that I've squeezed out, some sweet chili chutney, some apricot jam, and I'm simply going to mix those two together. I also like to add a little bit of soya or a little bit of Worcester sauce. It's completely optional. You don't have to do that. And then the whole dish is going to be put into a lovely little buttered casserole dish. And I'm simply going to top it with an egg custard. And the egg custard made with eggs, a little bit of baking powder, a little bit of cream, some salt and pepper. You don't have to put cream. You don't have to put baking powder. Egg and salt and pepper, but that's plenty. So fairly quick. You can see I've just let me turn the heat up again. You can see I also have some bread that I've just soaked in a little bit of water. And then last but not least, I've got some sultanas and raisins. You could put nuts, apricots, just about anything. Okay, so fairly simple, easy process. You just need to cook this. And this lovely dish is usually served with some sweet yellow rice. You could put mashed potatoes with it, sambal, chutney, some carrots, butternut, just about anything. So this is what I want. It's exactly what I want. And I am now going to start adding my ingredients. I really just want to take you through the spices. So I have salt. I've got some crushed chili pepper flakes, cinnamon, allspice, cloves, bay leaves. Remember I said in previous videos that when you see allspice and cloves, you know there's going to be a little bit of a sweet sour vibe happening. Some turmeric, obviously the brighter of the two yellows. This is curry powder, which is also lends itself, it's a masala that lends itself to sweet and sour flavors. And then fine ginger and fine cinnamon. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to plonk everything in like that, along with tomato, some tomato, and a little bit of tomato puree. And this is going to be our base. So simply you can see the minute I stir that through, I absolutely love this dish because it's so easy, so quick. It's not fussy. You really can't get it wrong. And remember why I don't really cook the mince that much is because it's going to cook in the oven as well. It's definitely going to cook in the oven as well. Okay, so you can see there something starting to happen. It's starting to look a little bit like a bobotie. That's synonymous with that lovely rich golden yellow color. And now, very important, I'm going to take my little bit of vinegar, lemon juice, sweet chili chutney and apricot jam. Of course you could leave out your sweet chili chutney if you wanted to. And I am simply going to add a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of Worcester sauce, this to make is optional, but I absolutely love it. So remember, we've got salt, we've got savory, we've got spicy, we've got the sweetness of the sugar, the jam. All of that is going in. As simple and as easy as that. Guys, in actual fact, I already have my oven on 180 degrees. I'm going to simply bake this as if though I'm baking a shepherd's pie or a cottage pie. The next thing that's going in, my bread. It's about 2 slices of bread. Sometimes if I don't have day-old bread, or 2-day-old bread, I would use some breadcrumbs, nothing wrong with that. And you're simply going to mix that through. You're simply going to start poking. So obviously if you had breadcrumbs, you wouldn't have to break up the bread like how I'm doing. You would simply just melt into the rest of the ingredients. Let's get a little bit more squishy here. This is also a nice make-ahead dish because you could simply prepare everything. Just keep the eggs separate, and when you're ready, pour the egg custard on top of it and simply put it in the oven. It'll bake for about 30 minutes or so. Guys, I want to show you, this is what my bobotie looks like at the moment. Lovely, golden, really yummy, really delicious. All it needs is that lovely little raisins or sultanas, whatever you've chosen to use. I love also making little miniature boboties, very cute. You could say serve it as a little savory alongside samosas or chili bites. And that's it. I'm simply just going to taste that. I need just a little bit of salt. Simply a little bit of salt. And a little bit of sugar. I'm simply going to stir that. I'm actually going to switch off the heat, and I'm simply going to decant that into my lovely little casserole dish that is waiting, and all the hard work is done, guys. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my egg custard that I've made here, I'm going to pour it on top. So there's baking powder, about 4 eggs, a little bit of cream or milk, salt and pepper, extra bay leaf, and our bobotie is ready to go into the oven. So you could take toasted or flaked almonds and sprinkle it on top if you wanted to, but this is it. You could prepare the bobotie even if you wanted to up until this point, and then you can just stick it in the oven when you're ready. So I will see you in 35 minutes. Guys, the bobotie is done. I have just garnished it with some extra coriander. Absolutely delicious.